The following Let's Play has been rated for mature audiences only. Any attempts to break the game are for entertainment value only. However, if any typos happen to be found, Hello everyone! Welcome back to this game. When we last left off, we were going around painting pictures for people, and it turns out that Obright is using RPG Maker 3's Storyteller feature in a pretty interesting fashion. Now, where's somebody else that I can draw a portrait for? Well, I guess the best thing I can do is just wander around town, talk to everybody. Nah, I'm not in the mood to hear any music right now, maybe later. Being a musician might be a little bit interesting at some point. I mean, it's not something I really wanted to do in real life, but then again, a lot of things I didn't really want to do in real life. Let's start off by flirting with this person. My child, do you suffer from some affliction? I did put in an order for a portrait a while ago. Since I became a priest, I need a portrait to hang in St. Ursus Hall with all the others who have come before me. Those portraits go back over 300 years! Are you ready to begin? Let's see. Begin to sketch Hugo. Well, it's the same background. That's slightly disappointing. This looks nice. I can't wait to hang it. Thank you. So are all of them going to use that background then? I mean, there are a lot of backgrounds like that. Well, maybe it's just because I'm a beginning artist person. Maybe it'll be better once I get the hang of it. Maybe eventually when I draw portraits, I'll be able to draw a better background, or a different background. Let's see, flirt with this guy? Is there something wrong? Do you have a facial twitch? I get those sometimes too. Yeah, I definitely would have to be taught how to be a romantic, because it seems my only method of flirting is batting my eyes. Ah, here we are. I put an order in to have a portrait done not too long ago, and lo and behold, who should come to do it but you? Well, what do you know? The wife will be so pleased. Let's see, is it a pink leaf background? Yep. Well, at least I'm getting plenty of practice at drawing characters. Maybe I'll work on the backgrounds later. And you know, I hope they don't show off to each other their portraits. There's going to be like, hey, look at this picture that Zoe painted. Hey, that has the same background as mine. Or maybe that's actually the canvas. Maybe the canvas actually is a leaf portrait, and that's why they all have leaves on them. Thanks for this. I'm going to give it to the little lady for her birthday. Alright, I want to see if he gives me a different message based on how many people I do this for. Good work, you have done 3 portrait commissions. You're doing great, but you still have 2 commissions left to do. Alright, so he does actually keep track of how many I've done. Considering the memory limitations that Obright was dealing with, I can't help but wonder if that memory could have been done somewhere else. Done with something else. Maybe instead of giving you a message for each person you do it for, he could just give a general message saying, yep, you did somebody, but you're not done yet. Keep looking. You flirt with Fristy. Is there something in your eye? Hold on, I have some that stuff here somewhere. I think I'm gonna stop flirting with people. Except for there's one more person I want to flirt with, but they all seem to give the same message. They're confused at the batting of my eyes. So let me go find that last person. It's the wood elf. Oh wait, that person comes out at night. Well, it's almost night. My gosh, how time flies. It's a good thing this game doesn't have an actual time limit or anything. I'll choose flirt just because I need to choose something. What the hell's the matter with you? Do you have a palsy? My grandmother used to get those. Then she died. Oh, I haven't talked to this person yet. Hi Zoe, did you come to look at more neat trinkets today? I've got 1 or 2 new ones I think you just might like. Ooh, any other time and I would take you up on that offer. You always have some of the neatest, most exotic things, but today I have important things to take care of, like finding a job. You don't know of anything, do you? A job, huh? Well, I'd tell you to ask Maximilian, but he's not in such a good shape to ask right now, except he does give me a job. He's my father, so I've known him all my life, but recently his age has caught up with him. He forgets almost everything, and lately he's been even worse than usual to me and my brother Chester. Maybe you could help him out. Chester and I have both tried. He's not having it. Although some enemies you may encounter are much tougher than others, one thing never changes. After 10 enemies are defeated, you go up a level. Oh great, it's another game where you don't gain experience. Not that I have a real issue with that, but every RPG Maker 3 game where you fight battles that I've Let's Played, every RPG Maker 3 game that I've Let's Played, you don't gain experience from battles. Instead, the game just gives you levels when it feels like it. Even the sample game for RPG Maker 3 doesn't give you experience. Does nobody know how to actually give you experience from battles? Oh, and it's not just you, but when you clear out pests, you're making the whole town better. You're making the water cleaner and making people happier and safer so that they can be more productive. We all level when you do. Alright, so they don't have to be in my team in order to level up. That's good to know. Weird, I could have sworn I'd been in this house. Unless it was nighttime and nobody was here and I forgot to check during the day. Howdy, Zoe. I haven't seen you since school let out. How have you been? Hi, Rose. I'm doing well, but I need to find a job soon. You were always into fancy gadgets and exotic trinkets in school. So are you working here for Seymour as a treasure hunter now? Yeah, I got a job here as Seymour's assistant. He's a treasure hunter, but for my training he's doing all of his buying through me so I can learn the ropes. He's looking for specific treasures, and if you no longer need them, you can sell them here. For a moment there I thought that was going to be a typo, but it wasn't. Interesting, I can sell treasures. I'll check that out momentarily. Maximilian, Seymour's dad, went around throwing away the parts for some of Seymour's brother's inventions. I didn't see him do it, but I know that soon after something shiny and metallic appeared in the lake just to the east of Moyos. Could that be one of Chester's invention parts? Oh, and if you get a chance, you should talk to the wood elves in town. They're cool. And archers. Yeah, I'll do that in a bit. Let's go ahead and check sell treasures just to see what that is. If you have treasures you don't need anymore, you can just bring them here and sell them. We are currently looking for the following items, and here's how much we're prepared to give for them. Ancient Urn, 5,000 gold. Axe Grinder, 3,000 gold. The Axe Grinder sounds like something that somebody might want to trade for, so I'll not worry about that. In any case, okay, I guess I haven't been in this house before. A pork loin. That's not an actual item, that's a key item again. When I grow up, I won't be losing key items, just the items in the character's inventory. Alright, on to the wood elves. Maybe one of them wants me to paint a portrait. Oh wait, first let me check this guy. Oh, too late. He's gone to bed. Alright, so here's the wood elves. Now somebody told me to flirt with this guy, so I'm gonna flirt with this guy. Okay, I guess I'm trigger something important in order to trigger this message. There's actually... No, wait, no. It's because last time I was here, I chose an option because I was checking if that herb over there did anything. Alright, now let's do this. Oh, and he's the person I want to draw a portrait to. How convenient. But first, let's flirt. Is there something wrong? You look tired. There, I flirted with this person. Was it as interesting as you hoped? Alright. Ah, it's finally time for my portrait. And look who has come to do it. Haha, that's great. Well, shall we get started then? By the way, I'm sorry if I sound a little weird. I apparently am not over that cold, even though I was breathing just fine earlier. I guess all this talking has sort of shaken loose some congestion or something. Say, that's nice. It's a good likeness. I'm going to hang this up. I'm really wondering what this fame is going to affect. Obright has implied that quest fame results in the items that you get from completing quests, which is why he told me that the sooner I finish a profession, the better. That way I wouldn't lose a really good item from growing up. I assume that's what he's implying. Alright, so the other elf doesn't want her portrait, but before I move on, I'm going to take a good look at the sky. Yep, plenty of stars. Now, I'm kind of curious. Is this herb back here going to change the sky again? Alright, let's see here. Yep, apparently that special herb makes the sky all weird looking. Also, there's a seam in the texture of the sky. That's interesting. Now, aside from the sky, does this affect anything? Oh, I just remembered who the last person I need to draw a portrait for is. So I need to go to bed. I'll wake up feeling refreshed and not drugged up. Also, I know that I said that I wouldn't be going back here because I wasn't supposed to be able to go back here to begin with. But I'm thinking that this is a bit of a shortcut. I don't have to go through the front of the house in order to reach my bed in the back. Also, you remember how I said that, well, what I just said? How I wasn't supposed to be able to go back here? And I said that there was supposed to be a crate, but he had to remove it because of memory limitations. Well, here's a suggestion then. Maybe the house could have been shifted over. And that way I wouldn't be able to get back here. Or back there. I mean, like, if this house was just a little bit further here, I wouldn't be able to fit through here. And I can't get through here. Because invisible wall... Whoa. Apparently not a perfect invisible wall. Kind of think of it, the only person that was really interesting to talk to flirt with, was the one person in here. He wasn't about flirting my... He wasn't confused by my flirting of my eyes. He actually seemed to understand what the heck it was I was trying to do. Or maybe it wasn't. This guy is like, okay, this is just something they do here. But he was acting all nervous, so I assumed he knew why I was fluttering my eyes. But then this person is like... I'm afraid I still do not understand certain aspects of your culture, so... Maybe he doesn't get... Maybe he doesn't know that I'm flirting with him. Maybe he thinks that it's just something that we do here. Part of the culture or something. I don't know. I made that sound more confusing than it needed to be. Now this kid doesn't even give me any options, so I'll just go straight to the mother. Nope. Could use some info though. Let's see, my husband used to go fishing all the time. He had his favorite spot in the grassy area to the northeast of town. One day he came home and said he'd seen something really shiny just under the water, but it was far too out and too near a grass kraken nest. I never went with him and saw it, but he said it was in the farthest point in the northeast Lembria. What do you think it was? A lot of people are pointing me to that lake. It also sounds like I'm going to have to fight a kraken in order to get whatever item lies out there. Alright, so who's left here that I have to draw a portrait for? Unless that was everybody. I don't think that was everybody. Well, I didn't check Brogan. Should have checked him while it was still night. Let's see here. Good work. You have done four portrait commissions. You're doing great, but you still have one commission left to do. If this was a RPG Maker 2 or one of the PC RPG makers, you could have had like a branch there in the middle of a message, or maybe some command to show a variable. But here, it has to be an individual message for every person you find. Well, while I will say that that memory could have been used somewhere else, somewhere more important, like letting me know the dog is joining my party when I leave town, it's nice to know that yes, I do have one more person left. Was it you? No. So it's probably Brogan. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Hee, are you trying to flirt with me? She knows! She actually knows! So maybe that one guy does know I was flirting with him. But it makes sense that she would know that I'm trying to flirt with her because she's the person who gives the quest for being a romantic. Let's see. My mother tells of the time before Mercer, when chivalry and romance were not dead relics of the past. I long for those days. Now people are too busy just trying to survive, or most of them. Hehe, you may have noticed already, but some people around here are still up for the pulled game of romance. With my help, you can turn some heads. That info option is pretty useful. I probably should have gone check the info option whenever I was going around talking to everybody the last time I played. But some of it is quest relevant, and I wouldn't have been able to remember it all. Probably. Aha! So, not only do I have to draw a portrait for Max, I have to draw a portrait for Max's wife. Well, dang, I actually thought of that earlier, but I figured, nah, there's no way that would actually be the case. Dumb. I mean, I'm dumb, not this. This is just fine. I put in an order in the guild for a portrait, but I had no idea that it would be you that came to do it for me. Oh, Max will be so pleased. This portrait is a gift for him, and that will make it even more special. Just give me a few moments to prepare. Are you going to pay me with your hair? That would be interesting. And then an extra line of dialogue for no reason. Oh wait, never mind, there is a reason. She is preparing, that's why there's empty spaces in the dialogue. Okay there, all dolled up. If you're ready, then let's begin. And there she is. Oh, now that looks nice. Thank you so much. Max will be so pleased. Let's check info just for the sake of we need to know this eventually anyway. Let's see, the trade loop around here might be rather small, but it's fairly well balanced. For anything you're looking for, there are 2 people you can get it from, and no matter what you have, there are 2 people who will trade with you. I only wish some new things would come through the loop soon. That's actually interesting information. I'm glad to know that. So, what is it? This solar panel. Eventually, I would be able to find somebody else that has it too, right? Now, I already said that trading in the solar panel wouldn't count against me since I've already scanned it. While I was looking around for people to draw portraits for, those two people in the house with the scanner did explain to me how that works, why simply scanning it is good enough, but I'll go over it later because it's complicated. And we're not doing that quest right now anyway. Alright, so what do we get for finishing all the portraits? Good work, you have done all 5 portrait commissions. Well, now that you've built up your portfolio a little, not to mention your reputation as an artist, I'm not surprised to find that you are now getting some more major commissions. There's a new one on the books that I think you might be interested in. Oh, and here's your payment for the portraits. 500 gold, as promised. Awesome. So I imagine the next time I talk to him, he's going to give me my next quest for another portrait. For now, though, I think I should stop here. Just from talking, my nose is trying to get congested, and it's making talking kind of difficult and awkward. So I'm just going to wait until next week to continue being an artist, or maybe I'll go back to archaeology. Probably not. I'll probably stick with being an artist for now. I'd really want to make more progress. This game is really interesting, and it's also slow because of the nature of how you talk to all these people and do these little missions for them. I really want to record more, but I don't want to flood you all with videos. I actually wanted to do like 5 videos for Christmas week, because I wasn't planning on updating Mario RPG Revolution that week. But because of the cold, I couldn't get around to recording it. Would have made a nice little Christmas present, both to myself and Obright. Obright would get 5 more episodes, and I would get to play more of this game and make a big chunk of progress in the week. but because of the cold, that simply couldn't happen. So, next week I'll make a little more progress. Tell you what, Super Mario RPG Revolution is almost over. I think for the week after that, I'll do the 5 episodes thing before moving on to the next Let's Play. The next non-RPG Maker Let's Play. Which I'll explain what that is some other time.